Hello everybody, I hope you're doing good today. This video may contain copyrighted images being used underneath the Fair Use Act for educational purposes. It's time for Intricate Lies Part 2. So let's get started here with Nathan. He's got some advice for IPS. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Suffered loss. I mean, that's something that you could sue him for.
Yeah, one of the things I'm doing is I had to file a police report for the Skype calls. I was getting these Skype calls hours and hours a day where the person just sit on the line not talking. So I'd have my Chromebook on, the person would be there breathing or whistling in the background, just sitting there. So I filed a report. I'm working with Google to see if I can get some information, maybe civil litigation, because yeah, you can actually take up how much time you lost, how much your business was interfered with, and you could put a number on it, and that's my objective here.
He's been saying he's going to sue me for, almost a month and a half, folks. He said he's talked to a lawyer already. He's been to the police department. He ain't done none of that. All he's done is used all this to go into this chat room and sit there and pull at the heartstrings of his followers and say, I need a shotgun, I need a lawyer, I need to go to the police, all to get money. And he's got enough money to, or he got enough money to get a couple shotguns and have a 4-hour consultation with a lawyer and have money left over. No questions asked. But he ain't done none of this in almost 2 months now. That's because he can't go to the police. Because he knows he's wrong. So let's continue here. I got to watch my words. You know, they want to strike you for everything. So let's continue here. What we got here? Oh, yeah. IPS does a little hate speech here. Let's listen.
Well, what do you think about this? I asked this Flat Earth research character who's stalking me, I'm like, what is your obsession with me? And he says that I am bad public, I'm a bad image for Flat Earth, bad PR. So I'm thinking to myself, well, here's a guy who's made multiple comments derogatory about women, like sexual harassment type comments. He says that Jews are the problem. This Flat Earth Reset is totally anti-Jew. He's called me a Jew. So you have this anti-Jew guy stalking me who's also an atheist. Atheistic, Jew-hating stalker who says horrible things to women. Is he supposed to be a better representative, and why should he stand for us?
Yeah, and he's also never shows his face, and no one knows his name. And he's in the chat right now saying that I'm a flat earther in name only because I get paid. And I said in the chat right now, paid by whom? Prove it. I'll wait. I don't get paid by anybody.
See, she keeps looking off to the left and right here. There's plenty of that throughout this video. I think somebody was there with her, either her boy toy or whatever you want to call it, or maybe even Mark Sargent was already there. I don't know. But I find it odd that she wanted to make it perfectly clear she wasn't sleeping at Mark Sargent's house when she went to the Seattle meetup. But yet here she claims that, hey, Mark's staying at my house. Big grin on her face. So I kind of see the flip there. I see that kind of odd. So yeah. Anyways, she expects us to show her government check. Like I said, we all know she's getting paid for this because we all know she ain't going to pay the thousands of dollars to travel to the UK just to show up at a meetup. And I suspect she got sick because she was shocked at how many people actually showed up. But yeah, you see the utter nonsense here. You know, just total bullshit. Let's keep listening here. I think there's a little bit more.
I don't have a GoFundMe or a Patreon or any of those other things. And anybody can check how much money I make off my channel by going to socialblade.com, which shows it for all to see, which is like maybe, I don't know right now, since I haven't done many videos, $50 a month or something. So if somebody believes I'm paid by some agency, prove it. Go ahead. To do what? Interview people?
Yeah, to create dysfunction in the flat earth community? Yeah. Like I said, you're a terrible liar, Patricia. And you ain't spending thousands of dollars to go travel around just for a few hour meetup at a bar or at an obelisk. Come on. We're not that stupid. Somebody's paying that your way. And somebody's been paying for Mark Sargent's travel all over the country, too. So you ain't fooling nobody there. You're better off just staying away from all this shit because you're just burying a deeper hole. Sort of like you're trying to still bail yourself out from the Croatian girl interview. The lies are just stacking up, Patricia. Do you not just see that? Are you really that blind? Let's just keep going here. Oh, yeah. We've heard this before in my other video, but I'll play it again just in case somebody missed it.
But what I'm saying is that he is fully pot calling the kettle black. If he's saying, IPS, you send him death threats, God knows what he sent you first.
Imagine that. There's something somebody can actually say on YouTube to warrant death threats. And that's just what Patricia said right there. It's not slander, it's the truth. So she can't try to slander me. Say I'm slandering her. Excuse me. Because she just said there's things I can do on YouTube that would warrant that. It just gets more sillier as we get going here. Right here, they're calling us all potatoes. Now listen carefully to this.
Very, very true. In fact, Flat Earth Reset is a potato. So is Dan Pratt. So is Star Gods. So is Lori Gale. So is Daphne Rimmel. So is Redneck Tree Goddess. So is
I'm going
Glenn.
to get some of my first trolls now since I said big trouble now.
So are fill in the blank. All of these other people. They love all of us. And I'm not saying we're all potatoes. That's just a dumb expression. But
Did you just hear her say the potatoes thing is just a dumb expression? Her name is not just something she made up. It's not. You may think she made it up, but no, it was made up for her, using her fake first name and last name. But most people don't realize her acronym, FEOHP, equals 33. So when you go to her webpage, let me widen this a little bit. You see FAEOHP all over. That's just 33s all over the place. Just like Mark does, 33s everywhere he goes. It's in your face shit, people. It's in your face shit. Let's keep going here. Got more. Let's hear Patricia tell us some
intricate lies in which
Let's hear her tell us some intricate lies. I still don't buy this story about her cats accidentally getting declawed. Let's listen.
I had a person in a comment section of the hater, I won't even mention who, I don't even remember what video, saying that, number one, a lie that I declawed my cats. No, that's not how it happened. I did not, nor did I pay somebody to.
Can I just rattle off the story quickly? Because I can do it really.
And by the way, you knew this story before people started talking about it.
How could he know the story before people started talking about it? Before you started talking about it? I mean, that just sounds fishy right there. But let's keep going.
Well, I'll rattle it off because I can do it in 2 minutes. So Patricia takes the cats in to be, were they to be fixed?
They were being fixed. Three related.
Somebody had 3 cats booked in to be declawed. There was a mix-up at the vet, and Patricia's cats got declawed. I don't know if the other cats got.
Imagine that. She took in 3 little kittens to get spayed, which is neutered, which is the most common operation for little kittens. It's not very common to have them declawed. Even though people do it. Most people don't because it's cruel. A cat can't even protect himself against a dog from that point on. It has no defenses. Imagine cutting your hands off, and it's just the same as cutting your hands off, or no, cutting your arms off and not being able to defend yourself. That's just what you're doing to a cat. And I don't buy this story that somebody dropped off 3 little kittens for declawing, and she dropped off 3 little kittens for spaying, and they got mixed up. That just ain't buying. It's just intricate lies. Let's listen.
Fixed.
No idea.
You know,
It's horrible.
it's devastating, very upsetting. People have said in comment sections, which I've seen several times, why didn't you sue? So I may as well ask you that question straight away. Why didn't you sue the vet?
I just am not a suing person. I did report them. I did have very strong words with the company that owns it. It's a pet company where you can buy pet supplies, and they have a little vet in it. And they're a chain that's all over the United States. And I was incredibly mad, and I was crying. I'm totally against declawing. They're fine now. They're not suffering. I'm sure it was a horrendous operation. I would never want them to have, or any animal. It's just one of those things. And I told a certain person about this. I told you guys this, but I told a certain other person who I was in a relationship with about this as well. When I told all of you guys on an off-air, Skype chat, just talking about our lives and such. And that particular person later, after I left him, decided he would talk about this as if I did it on purpose. And that's how it got out to the public.
Intricate lies. Sorry, Patricia. We just don't buy it. Just makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. And it's in one of those situations where you're just better off not mention it no more, because I think you mentioned it several times and your story changes a little bit just each time. I think you go back and listen to all your Croatia girl stories. They each change a little bit each time. Yeah, Patricia. You're just falling deeper down that rabbit hole. And pretty soon you won't be able to get out. Let's keep going here, folks. This one here, and again, I'll point it out. Here we are with Patricia. She's staring down at chat. Look at that look on her face. Look at that. Look at that. You know why? Because I'm there. And this clip needs no setup. So let's just get right into it.
Myself, I'll be around a long time.
Flat Earth Reset is saying that this hangout is damage control. You know what? I don't care about all these things being said about me. Go ahead if anyone wants and call me a man. Say I have a penis. Say I have one finger the wrong length. I don't, by the way. Say I have plastic surgery. I don't. Say I'm a millionaire. I'm not. Say, go ahead and say I'm a Wiccan, or that I'm a witch and I ride a broom, or go ahead. I'm not trying to control any damage you want to do against my character. Please, if that's what you want to do with your life, have at it, buddy. Have at it.
Triggered. Flappable. Look at that. And that's why I tell you, she went right out onto the bottle after this man. She was like, first thing she did was got up, and then Nathan did his after show. You can go watch the after show. You can see her sitting there gulping her drink. Yeah, man, this is just, I was telling them that your damage control is just an utter failure. People could see right through these lies, and she's reading all this in chat. So, I do this to expose it all to all you people. This is why I do it. I don't do it to harass people or pretend like I'm the fucking sheriff of Flat Earth. I'm trying to show you what's going on. There's other great people out there who do great work, but they just mostly tell you what's going on. They don't show you from these people's own words. And that's why I do these videos. So let's keep on going here, because Patricia has the nerve to sit here and say, I appointed myself sheriff. Didn't she appoint herself Queen of Flat Earth? Didn't Mark appoint himself the Flat Earth leader? You guys barely have a following anymore. worthy of my small channel. Never mind the many other big channels around. I mean, Patricia, you have to sit here and approve all your comments. And I'm sure you get hundreds of comments, but only have 10 that's worthy of you posting. People see this. We're not blind. Like I said, you need to go to your boss and tell him to reassign you, because you're a failure. You're not accomplishing anything here. Let's listen to this.
He had the best two fingers to Flat Earth Reset, because he said that when he first started that GoFundMe, he got a comment from Flat Earth Reset along the lines of, this guy's not going to achieve anything, not worth fighting over. You know, little did he know that he would definitely get it all done, and it's all actually up now. So he lost Flat Earth Reset's attention. He should have been focused on him to do his thing, whatever Flat Earth Reset does and whatever purpose he serves. Maybe that's a good question. What is the point? What are they trying to achieve? Do they actually think that by making 30 videos about the same person that they're going to stop them? I don't get it. What do you think they see as the point of all this?
They've appointed themselves some sort of sheriff of Flat Earth, and it gives them power in their otherwise powerless little lives.
No, Patricia, I didn't appoint myself sheriffs. In fact, I'm just here putting out the truth, because that's all the people want. The truth, Patricia. Not an hour and 50 minutes and 10 seconds of lies. Now, let's close this off with a lube job from Nathan and Patricia. No other narration needed here, folks.
The funding for the rocket was going on. IPS was doing Night at the Penguin Factory, and he was boshing out these. Again, the amount of work involved was phenomenal. You know, my hat is off to you. Kudos for the amount of work you put in. And essentially, you were incentivizing donations. And you boshed out penguin after penguin after penguin. I noticed Dave Weiss had got one on his wall. I'm sure you've been shipping them out like left, right, and centre. But just the amount of work. And that's what it's all about. You know, it's back to sort of barter. Yeah, you're asking for cash. But ultimately, you're incentivizing it with something that's just taken your sweat and hard work. You know, it's a small amount of cash compared to its overall value when it's on someone's wall. You know, the canvas value is probably a few dollars, but compared to what is being donated and the amount of time and effort put in, you know, it's huge amounts of work.
Once his effort and painting's done, the canvas is worth less than the $2. His art is ugly. He couldn't even sell it on YouTube or on eBay if he wanted to. That's why he's in the Flat Earth Society on YouTube now, because his art wasn't selling. He's got an apartment full of it. Yeah, let's keep going here.
And that could have gone to, you know, covering the $3,000 that you lost for a start. That amount of time easily could have raised that sort of money. But instead it was done to incentivize people to donate to the rocket launch. That, to me, is the coolest thing ever. So cool.
So cool.
Yeah. I liked how IPS was doing the drawing, and as time went by, trying to find less and less to draw the whole penguin without lifting your hand from the page. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh yes, breaking it down. And yeah, you know, incentivizing donations was something I did because somebody told me, like, the GoFundMe froze at 1,800. Someone said, "You'll never make it. It's stuck. It's plateaued or whatever." So I was like, okay, I'll just send a painting to anybody who donates $33 or more, because it costs, with supplies and time and every shipping, maybe $10 each. So each one will bring in at least 20 per painting.
And if you'll go back, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how many videos ago it was, I said IPS is just on GoFundMe to sell people his artwork. And he's making money off this. IPS opened that GoFundMe account. He sold the artwork, or he produced the artwork and shipped it for $10. And he made $23 off of it. Look at them numbers there. And that's exactly what I said a month ago. And Nathan's sitting here praising them for selling people artwork that was going into IPS's bank account. Have a good day, everybody.